Hey everybody, it's Natalie from Live Naturally Natalie, and today I want to talk about scheduling. I'm going to be talking about how to make a schedule, how to maintain a schedule, and how to keep it going for your own mental health and sanity. First off, why do we need a schedule? Let me just start out by saying it's really funny that I am doing a video on this because I used to have no clue how to schedule anything or organize my life or anything like that. So it's kind of funny. In these crazy times that we're in right now, or any time really, I mean, it's important that we have a schedule because that will help with our mental health and sanity. If you have a family and your kids are home a lot, or maybe it's the summer or whatever, it's going to help your kids to stay focused and help them not go crazy either. And I also feel like it makes the days go by a lot quicker whenever you have that in place. I feel like the days where I'm just kind of like laying around or trying to figure out what to do, I just feel like the days go slow, I'm not productive, I feel frustrated. So I'm gonna teach you how to do a schedule. So let me show you the schedule that I have right now for my family. I wrote it out on this big, huge sheet of paper and I posted it in the living room. Not super decorative, but hey, everybody can see it. They know what's going on when, and I don't gotta hound people. Once you have a schedule set for a while, your kids, your family, they just begin to know, okay, this is my time for this. Let me throw in a little side note. I have a 7-year-old who loves to check the weather. He used to ask me 80 times a day and I'd get so frustrated. So what I implemented was you have 3 times a day to check the weather. It's at 8 o'clock, it's at 12 o'clock, and it's at 4 o'clock. He has a watch, he watches the time, and when those times come up, he asked me, hey, it's 8 o'clock, can I check the weather? You bet. No issue. Little things like that are really gonna help your sanity, your mental health, if you can set some parameters like that. Let me just tell you what's on my schedule before we talk about yours. 7 to 8:30, I have get dressed, make the beds, breakfast, tidy up the room. My son does piano practice and martial arts in the morning before my husband goes to work. 8:30 to 9:30, we usually try to go outside. We do a morning walk. If we can't do that, then we'll do something online like Cosmic Yoga or Go Noodle, just something that gets them going so that they're moving out a little bit of that energy. From 9:30 to 11, we do academic time, which means no electronics. We're doing workbooks or reading time. We're following a lesson plan. We're not on electronics. From 11 to 12, we have creative time. So that could be Legos, building forts, anything that they want to come up with that again is not TV or electronics. And at 12, we have lunch. 12:30 is our chore time. So just before my kids go down to rest, I kind of have them tidy up the house a little bit. Let's pick toys up off the floor, spraying off the kitchen table, cleaning the dishes. And then from 1 to 2:30, we have our rest time. So my 3-year-old goes down for a nap. And then my 7-year-old goes down in the basement where he can just play or do whatever. But again, no TV or anything like that. And then once it hits 2:30, he's got his watch on, he comes up, and then we start academic time, which is with electronics. So he does like ABC Mouse, or there's some math programs online, any kind of learning that's online. And I also let him play some games too. I'm not like super rigid. And then from 4 to 5, again, we go outside, we try to get some fresh air, go for a walk, play outside. And then from 5 to 6, we have dinner. And then from 6 to 6:30, we have cleanup time. So we're kind of just, again, going around the house, cleaning up toys, picking up toys, making sure clothes are put away, whatever it is. And from 6:30 to 7:30, they have free time. They can watch movies, do whatever they want. And then 7:30 is get ready for bed. I will tell you that we are not always 100% glued to the schedule. Like there's days where we don't have time for something, or we do a little bit more TV, maybe we have more free time, we didn't do as much work that day, or whatever it may be. I don't let that stress me out. This is like a guideline, but it helps me because I know it's going to help me, you know, just continually keep them on task with doing certain things, and then they're not constantly saying, I'm bored, what can we do? This is boring. Which happens a lot of times when I let them watch TV all day. They get really lazy and lethargic. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, okay? I ain't criticizing anybody. I'm just saying, like, it just works better for my kids when they're engaged in stuff more than just like laying around all day. Side note, on the weekends, we don't follow that schedule. We kind of just chill time. Like Saturdays, we usually try to do something as a family. Sundays, we just let them chill. They can watch TV, they can just lay around, they can go outside, like whatever they want to do. And I think that helps them get ready for the week because they know that they have a day that is just super chill, that they don't have to do anything, no piano practice, no martial arts, no academic, none of that stuff. That is the schedule that I've created. In order to help you create a schedule, I'm going to give you a couple little tips you can follow that will help you to get there. And again, this schedule is just for my kids. I have a slightly different one for me because when they have nap time, I try to get some work done, or I have, little things for me that I try to do. And then after 7:30, I have a couple more things that I like to get done. And even before they get up, sometimes I like to work out or get some other things done. So you can kind of throw your stuff in there as well. My advice for you is to write down at least 3 to 5 things that you would like to get accomplished on a daily basis during the week. And again, don't feel pressured if you don't reach those. That's okay. It's like a vision board. You write down what you want to do. You're more likely to hit most of them than if you didn't write anything down. Write down 3 to 5 things that you really want to get accomplished in a day. Maybe one of those things is to clean a different room every day. So on Mondays, I clean the bathrooms. On Tuesdays, we do the bedrooms. On Wednesdays, we're going to clean the kitchen. So maybe you want to add in every day you're wanting to clean something. Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday are just, like I said, chill. Maybe there's something academically that you want to get done with your child. Maybe you want to help them in reading. Maybe you want to set a reading time every day. Like, hey, every day I'd like to get in 15 minutes of reading. Maybe they're involved in a sport, an extracurricular activity. Maybe they love baseball. Maybe it's dance. Maybe it's martial arts. Maybe it's music. Maybe you want to set aside a time every day. I'd really like my son or daughter to practice baseball for 10 minutes a day at this time. So those are just some examples. If there's certain things that you want to get done in a day, and I know maybe some of you with kids are thinking, that's not possible. Like, I have kids and they wear me out and I'm exhausted. And I get that, I do. But also, you're important. And if you don't do things for you and you don't set aside to do things that fill you up or bring you happiness or help you to chill, then it's just gonna be bad. If mama's not happy, nobody's happy. So maybe for you to be as chill as possible, maybe you need yoga 3 times a week. So maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can add that in. Like, I need my yoga time. And maybe that's before the kids get up. Maybe if you have a spouse or somebody that can help you, maybe that's a certain time in the day where you're up to here and at 12 o'clock every day, I need that break or I'm gonna take somebody out. So try to think of that. Maybe it's, you're dying to read more and you're like, I just don't have the time. And I would tell you that you do have the time. There's a book, I can't remember what it was called. It says, you have the time for the things that you want to have time for. So if you want to read more books, for instance, start at 15 minutes a day. And if you're telling me that's not possible, I'm telling you, go check your social media and see how long you're on social media every day. You got 15 minutes to read books, trust me. I do the same thing. I'm yelling at myself too, I promise. If you really are like, look, I really don't have time, I've got da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, I would suggest that you do a daily time log for a week. Write down everything you do every day for a whole week and see if there's any pockets of time where you can fit in some things for yourself. Because I guarantee you there's something. If there's not something, you need to figure out how to reevaluate something. You need to hire a babysitter. You got mental health, honey. So, to recap all that, when you're creating a schedule, think of 3 to 5 things that are really the most important to you and make sure those are in your schedule, either daily, Monday through Friday, 3 days a week, maybe just on the weekends, whatever, okay? But that's really important that you take care of yourself. Like I said, when you have a schedule for your family, everything is so much smoother because you don't have to constantly reiterate yourself. You have a schedule. Your kids can look up and be like, oh, it's reading time. I need to get my reading done. I need to do this in order for me to get to that time where I can watch TV or I can do electronics or whatever. So all that being said, I really hope that was helpful in creating your own schedule. You can just write it down on paper. It doesn't even have to be 7 to 8, 8 to 9. It can literally be, these are the things I want to accomplish today. And get through as many of those as you can. And if you don't get through them, okay, add it to the next day. No big deal. One last thing. I think it's really important that you stay consistent even when maybe the world's crazy and everything's not normal. You stay consistent with yourself, your kids, or whatever it may be, with a bedtime and a wake time. Because if you start, staying up really late, sleeping in, and sometimes everything can get off and that can kind of hurt your mental health. So I really recommend trying to stay with a set bedtime, 10 o'clock every night, maybe you get up at 6 every morning, whatever it is, try to keep that scheduled. If you want to go haywire on the weekends, I get it, I do. But Monday through Friday, if you're trying to get stuff done, maybe you work from home, maybe you've got goals, you've got kids, and you're just feeling so overwhelmed, try to start a schedule. And like I said, put those 3 to 5 things, and you may have way more, and that's cool, in that schedule, and just maybe you don't want to do 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. Maybe do like morning, mid-morning, afternoon, early evening. Just kind of give yourself a roundabout so that you have an idea of what your day looks like so that you can get done what you get done. Because what's the saying? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, I hope that was helpful in thinking about creating a schedule. If you are enjoying my videos, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I plan to put out videos every Wednesday on different health-related items and essential oils. And if there's anything that you're interested in learning about related to health, please put that in the comments. I'd love to create videos that are important to you and that are things that you want to hear. Again, subscribe if you're enjoying these. Give me a like. I'd really appreciate it. And I will be back to talk again soon. Thanks for watching.